Good day everyone. So today I'm going to discuss about language, dialect, and varieties. So first of all, here are the concept or theories of Kachu. That he introduces the three circles or what we call concentric circle of Asian Englishes. So the inner circle composed with the two countries which are Australia and New Zealand, while the outer circle composed with these three countries which are India, Singapore, and Philippines, while the expanding circle also composes with three countries which are China, Indonesia, and Thailand. Since Cacho introduced the concept of the three circle of the world Englishes, he said that it is an interpretation that rests not only on a valid historical view of the spread of English, but also in a sociolinguistically valuable interpretation of the status and functions of English in its many contexts. So, that the concept of the circle, as Scottshaw makes it clear, does not grant any central status of the inner circle, and does not put the outer and expanding circle in the periphery, in spite of the criticism of the notion leveled by scholars such as Mafian. The level merely indicate the historical context of their varieties, their originally habitat, and later spread in the population move us. The other factors that were responsible for their further development. So Sukachu clarifies the concept in this way, that the terms world Englishes is not intended to indicate any deceiveness in the English. So when we say deceiveness, it is a tendency to cause disagreement or hostility between people. So it is clearly indicate that the world Englishes is not to cause people to have chaos between what language or kind of language variation they are talking with. Also, Kachur clarifies that the world Englishes, or what he made, that the three circle, because there are some of those circle are composed with different countries, or like there's a country barrier in the outer, like inner circle, outer circle, and the expanding circle. So he clarifies that it is not indicate to make this disagreement or any chaos to those people who speak language in the different countries with mix other language or variation of kind of language. In the concept of Professor Henke, he made a criteria for language to be defined. First, the standardization. Second, the virtuality, the autonomy, reduction, and the last is norms. As his concept goes on, he talked about the three main type of variety or dialect. First is the regional dialect, second the social dialect, and the third is phonological dialect. And in the concept of Professor Kumar about language, dialect, and varieties, that he said that understanding the language is there is no absolute distinct between two terms of language and dialect, and he elaborated that language is an innate human, like it's a natural, and we're born with this, we're born with language, and it's natural. It's like it's upon our blood. And second, it is fully structured system. And it says fully structured system that we can communicate each other if we don't know how to structure or how to form a correct language or a correct sentence, we can't communicate or understand each other if we don't um, make our make our message more structured. And language defines human. As he said, Professor Kumar said that language defines human. How could human try to communicate with each other, or language can define human upon what the human speaks or acts, what the human trying to say upon its receiver. So it's defined if human speaks if formal in a formal way, she can be defined as a professional people, or like language can define person the way how person speaks. So next is it is the language it is used in society. So the language or the communication has played a vital role in our society, because without language we can communicate. Without language we can express what we're trying to what we're trying to send, or what we're trying to understand the other person upon our message. So the language, it is very useful in our society, and so that we can we can exchange stuff or ideas. This is the very most important instrument in our living. Without language we can't communicate each other, and we can't understand what the other party is trying to say about. And next, the rules of language use are systematically as well. So my understanding upon this topic is that language is evolving in our days, that even a native people can understand its own language because of the many variation that come up in our days. And somehow the pronunciation also affects the understanding of the other parties to that's there, because there are words that same pronunciation but different meaning, and also that that it affects the understanding of the other parties.